There's been a ruck of new edits, loads of new skates, NBDs, jet sets on the way back, new tech, new team riders, whole team announcements and loads more. I've had 3 lemsips, 4 mince pies, I feel totally rats, but I'm going to try and get through it all. All the stunts are performed by professionals, do not attempt this yourself. First off, Winterclash is just around the corner, the biggest event in the rollerblading calendar. The largest collection of rollerbladers in one place, all your favourite throws, all the brands, loads of tricks, and people standing way too close to you when they're talking to you so you can feel their hot breath on you. And it's sold out. It actually sold out last month, but luckily Winterclash have offered the platform and detailed the process for easily transferring your tickets to other people. You just got to sort out the money bit.
Yeah, one price, £10. That's a bargain, I'll take one.
I hope everyone is in agreement that Soichiro Kanashima is one of the grand masters of rollerblading. I kind of feel like this enormous back Roy is case in point. Minimal body movement. He's like an oak tree. It was actually Gale Force 9 when they filmed this clip and he didn't budge a bit. He would be an absolute credit in any free kick wall. No budget, mate. If there was an asteroid heading to Earth, you'd just have Soichi there like, come on mate, try and get past me, I'm not moving. He dropped an edit for his 37th birthday, happy birthday man, and it's pristine. A mix of mint condition classic moves, 100 mpg fuel efficiency, innovation, technical prowess. It's just a joy to watch. I hope this thing eventually ends up on YouTube because it's really annoying having to watch it on Instagram. I don't really understand why people do that. Them also dropped a Stone Age themed couple of bits in the Them Journal 2, documenting the team over the last few years. Similar to that, Christian Delfino and Jeremy Raff have words and pictures in Victory Journal's 20th issue, which is really cool to see. There's been a conveyor belt full of new skates recently. Farmer got a new sway with like a giraffe kind of print on the sole and the liner, and it also matches his new Ennui shin pad. I think that's pretty cool. The original leak had bats on the liner, so there's a sample out there somewhere with bats on it for any of you spooky types.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
The edit to accompany his skate is sick. Farmer has done so much ridiculous skating over the years. I think there's a danger we've become desensitised to how mad some of the stuff he still does is. He's got a jump similar to that kid touching the electric fence in Jurassic Park. The TTP to Neg Mistral and the True Fish are ridiculous. And there's also an NBD in there as well. The body position commitment for that trick is wild. Like sticking your head out a car window at 100 miles an hour, mate. Risky. Michael PRADO also got his second Gawds skates and it looks a little bit like a bro. Not too dissimilar to Joey Chase's SSM actually. Skating at 10 but you've got work at 11 kind of feel to the thing. I think there was a time in rollerblading you might have been able to get away with a winkle picker inspired design on a skate. Plenty of solid skating in the edit, a few stunty tricks which PRADO always brings. The disaster top sole is sick. I really appreciate that he could have gone like far side on that to make it a little bit safer for himself. But he went proper for the top sole like. The intro of the vid shows a bit of his main profession being a sushi chef. I'd be keen to see more intros like that. Find out a little bit more about what skaters like main professions are, you know. Slow-mo videos, somebody like pouring a pint, something like that. Somebody doing a little bit of tricky accounting, maybe like an 8K drone shot of somebody's hair at the barbers, maybe even like running up some items at the cash register. Sticking with intros, I feel like the best one this year has been Sam Crofts promo. Really sick animation by George Coffrey of the Crofty Fox. Loads of references in there. I'm obviously a little bit biased because there's a Spotty Dog reference in there. And then Sam has gone full wallop on the tricks. Big grinds, kink grails, gaps to wall rides, and this massive wall ride dropping where he just like skims past the window. The pacing of the edit is really sick and it's got that Carson Boyson, Benjamin Butner stamp of quality. It feels like USD have just spent the second half of the year like rattling out the skates. We've also had the Team Sway 2024 revealed and there's a new kid skate, the adjustable USD Glitch. It's a very loud skate, it's like an air siren inside the cutlery drawer, kind of like loud. Of course grown adults kicked off about the colour of a toy. Like, I love the duality of rollerblading. An adult dresses as a clown with watermelon inspired skates on a game show themed video. And it's all like, oh, it's the edit of the century. What an absolute genius round this is going to say rollerblading. But then a bright, colourful kid skate comes out and all hell breaks loose. It's for kids. I have no idea what kids are into. I don't know, like vapes and bluey or something like that. But I'm going to assume that kids like bright stuff and like adults worrying about the colour. Man, I know you're buying the thing for them, but like maybe ask them first what they actually like before you damn these skates to hell. Like I mentioned, they're adjustable. There's 2 shell sizes from like Junior 12 to a regular 5 UK, and like, you know, at least the kids have some options. I think the people moaning would rather like USD just stuck to their regular line of skates and maybe just offered a few pairs of like extra socks for kids and stuff so they can just stuff them in there, or just leave like the paper in there, mark them up as a different size. These are based on the Power Slide Jet Skate, which they have in black, so I'm sure if these don't go down very well, but there is interest there, they will just release the black one. Mesmer have also dropped the TS2 for pre-order in Terminator 2 Judgment Day Grey.
Come with me if you want to live.
And it's probably had the biggest hit percentage this year. If you appreciate the vids, it really helps me out if you give us a like. I've also got these t-shirts with a Terry on there looking bamboozled. If you grab one of them, that really helps me out as well. There's other merch, there's a Patreon, there's a channel membership, exclusive videos, all that kind of good stuff in it. Does genuinely like help to keep me continue. Thanks. A young USD skater carving a lane for himself is Michal Pietzak. He dropped an edit called Not a Park Rat. Obviously someone's been winding him up about skating park too much, so he's taken it to the streets, which he's more than capable of doing. Like, definitely a future name, got a fearlessness to his skating, can handle himself on a rail, but he's also really good at skating park, so I wouldn't be worried about that. If you're thinking about trying to forge a career in like rollerblading, going down the skate park path, the competition route, that's the way to do it, man. If you release an amazing street edit, like, all you get is a tax-free pat on the back.
Well, back to work.
Angled soles have introduced a new bit of tech, an angled sole plate, and at a most basic level it allows you to tuck into ledges like you would a rail while minimising slip-off. It's got 3 angles, a regular bit, a ledge angle and a protection angle. When you're on the ledge you can centre your body weight over it and it nestles onto the ledge angle. You grind longer, there's less friction, chill out there, like have a cup of tea, enjoy the view. There's a couple of reviews out there from Blading 101 and Jad Rollervlog, who defo has a bit of that like first day bump on him, like.
No, come on.
But you get a good idea of what they're all about. They sound great, the groove is also angled, they use proprietary UHMW, so they should be solid and fast. They actually made the machine themselves to tool the things, and it's all done in the USA. As much as rollerbladers love new tech, they also love moaning about the price of things, so this one would have been an emotional roller coaster, probably like akin to going to sit down on a chair and then somebody just pulling it out from underneath you. Like, you're getting all juiced up about the features, then you see that filter by Bryce little tool thing on the website. Oh my God! There's obviously reasons for the price, it's not cheap what they're doing. I believe they've got a team who get royalties off the sales things, but I don't know how much of that is a benefit to them right now, like especially if that's like pushing the retail price up, but I hope they find their audience. Kind of just wondering if anybody's ever spent $350 to $400 replacing sole plates, and like I think a lot of the time, yeah, you might replace a sole plate once or twice, but then it's like you're going for a different colour. In this case it's only one sole plate. People change skates as well, so imagine buying a £300 sole plate, $350 sole plate. You can't change the colour of it. Once you change skate, you've just got this mad expensive sole. I guess you could sell it. Roces and Nils have dropped a new promo for Nils's deep purple Fifth Element skate. Again, he's teamed up with his brother Martins, which means like you can expect high quality production on the thing. I think they're a great team together. The edit has a good flow to it. You feel like you're constantly in motion and moving along with this skater. The tricks are lean, he makes them all count. I don't think there's any fat in there. I kind of wish they had another angle on this trick, because I actually thought he went for an alley-oop mono roll at first because I couldn't work out what was going on. But then there's a big old fat disaster back royale at the end, which more than makes up for it. Preference-wise, I think his edit Sal last year was actually better. I think the tricks were better. I think the soundtrack was better. Just something about this one, and it is really good that just like, I don't know, didn't quite hit on the same level as the previous one. There's a sack full of other edits I think you should check out as well, so I'll try and like zip through these. Marc Moreno is back again with Fast Lane. It was only 3 months ago that he dropped Flashback, so he's been really productive. It kind of almost like seamlessly continues on from Flashback actually. He's a man more than acclimatised to skating the streets of Spain. He seems to be able to like utilise all the features really well. Absolutely love this backslide to Disaster Soul. So good, man, it's so fiddly. On the whole, Mesmer have been very consistent with putting out content this year. You also have Insomnia by GABRIEL ADRIANI. Really good energy in this one. Loves a big spin, loves a front savannah, and I reckon this might be my favourite alley-oop soul of the year, like getting the looking through the window in it and everything. I feel like Joshia Blee should be in the conversation for Skater of the Year, because he's dropped like 3 like pretty hefty parts. He's been in Dreamboat, he's been in Illegal Smiles, and he's just dropped Burn as well. His tricks speak for themselves. As I mentioned before, I think he just like pisses tricks, man. I really love like the rawness to his skating, and it's exciting watching him because you have no idea what he's gonna do. What I really appreciate about him though, and his whole crew really, is that they're doing it for themselves. They're building their own platform. No one's really like putting them on. But the effort, the determination, the motivation to do something for themselves, but do something of like high value is really cool to see. It's also great seeing Jake Dotson take the helm, like filming and editing, and I can't wait to see more from them. Another person who seems really motivated as well is Justin Brasco. He's teamed up with Butter TV for Cardiac Arrest, and it's full of great tricks. It plays into my sensitivities, like interesting spot selection, utilises the spots really well, can switch between classic moves and being more creative. It feels like he brings that little bit extra and gives a pretty first class example of how you can skate a mad city and take advantage of what's on offer, not just clinging to traditional spots. He's also a really good storyteller, so you should check out his interview on Jump Street podcast.
This limo comes barreling down the block, like comes up into like the driveway, and it's like a bunch of guys from England, and everyone comes out like eating beans. Like everyone's eating like...
They're like, right, mate, right.
No. They're eating cans of beans because they need the cans to make a muffler.
Jet Set Radio is on its way back. The game was originally released on Sega Dreamcast back in 2000, and Sega just dropped the Power Surge trailer teasing a new version alongside games like Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage and Crazy Taxi. The skates kind of actually look like the glitch from USD. Do you reckon kids might get into it via the game? Couple of announcements. Standard Skate Co have announced their roster. You've got Stefan Brando in there, you've got Yandril Severio, and you've got Brian Weiss. A solid team. They've already started filming, they've got a clear direction with their marketing, so I'm interested in to see what they come up with. Aaron Gates was announced on the Icon Pro team. K-Bed Ratto was announced as a roces ambassador. So was Young Yuto as well actually. Becky Sotelo got a pro wheel from Beck, and Chynna Weierstall put out her introductory edit for Faction Skates. Seems like every time I do the news there's a leak, and there's another one this time. It's USD again. USD are always getting stitched up, man. Feel pretty bad for them actually. This one's now everywhere, so I don't feel like, I think it's fine to like talk about it. So Mary Munez's new Aeon has leaked. Bright yellow, black lacing area. Demetrius George will be screwing. I did see someone say something along the lines of like, only Demetrius George can have a yellow skate. No, he can't. That's stupid. He doesn't have a monopoly on the colour yellow. If Mary likes yellow, good for her. Go for it, actually. I also seen Joshia Blee. I'm pretty sure he customed his to make his yellow. They looked quite nice, actually. Also check out Kraut. Carson Boyson's got a really good section in there. Check out Capital Rollers in Barcelona. Luke Naylor's got a board. I've had a really quick watching of that. Loads of tricks in there, really good. The skating part of the CJ Wellsmore documentary Full Circle is now available for free on YouTube. This was masterfully put together by Dom West, so it's definitely worth checking out. Plastic Pushers 4 came out yesterday. I've not really had a chance to watch it properly, caught bits of it. Vitzeman's got a section in there. Kate Bedrata, Billy Merton's been powering through this year, putting out loads of content. These Plastic Pusher vids are becoming a solid staple of the year. Kate have got a new vid on the way very soon. I'm going to try and do awards vid again this year, so I'll put up the polls for that, well, at the end of the year. Cheers for watching the vid. Huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. I simply couldn't do this without your support, so I love you dearly for it. Here's a couple of other vids you can watch until I do another one. Spotty Dog.